Dan, Max, we're here for Manchild today. Doing what we're doing, Dan.
Well, we thought we'd do something a little bit different. A lot of hype around the Inspire 2 at the moment. So what we thought we'd do, we thought we'd come out and we'd put the Inspire 2 through kind of a real world test. We've brought tons of different lenses. We've brought the X5S, we've brought the X4S. We've got dual operator, we've got single operator, and we thought we'd actually put it through a couple of different scenarios in kind of a difficult what we're doing, a difficult situation.
It's going to put it through its paces is what we're trying to do here today.
Yeah, we're going to put it in sport, we're going to wring its neck, and we're going to see how it performs in a sport that is pretty cool.
Yeah, so comprehensive, hopefully, review of the DJI Inspire 2. We're here at Best Thought track here today, Dan. What we're going to do, who's going to be the guinea pig?
Well, we thought the thing is, right, since we started Manchild, I've done a lot of the work, right? I'm doing most of the stuff, I'm doing everything, really.
To be fair, you're doing the flying, you're doing the technical talking, I just stand here and...
That's everything though, isn't it?
That's what I do.
So I thought we'd come somewhere where Max can excel, you know? He can put himself out there and he can show you, you know, what gets him all the women. So we've come to a motocross track.
You haven't got me any women.
Is it not? We've come to a motocross track where Max is going to ride his bicycle for us.
I'm going to try to anyway. So I'm going to go get changed. See you in a sec. Right, so let's head to the track. Let's get riding. Let's get the drone in the air. Let's give it a go, shall we?
It's so cool.
Okay, so we've been out, we've had a test on that. I've been riding. Also, I've changed my gear because I'm just that pro, Dan. I'm so pro.
That much.
Yeah, sweated that much, needs to change. But yeah, we've had a roll with the Inspire 2 here. Dan, take it away. What are your initial thoughts? What do you like? What don't you like?
All right, first things first. I think it's important that everyone understands that first things first. Yeah, you're really a lot of machines like this come down to preference and come down to usability and application to what you want to use it for. So for example, if I'm going out and I'm filming something in a very like congested area and I have my OSC and everything, then I'm going to choose something that's a little bit smaller. And if I want something that's like the Mavic, yeah, and if I'm going to choose something that's really quick, I'm going to have something like this. So
motocross,
motocross, it's the only tool at the moment I think out there to film action sports, fast moving objects, unless you want to start paying things, you know, lots and lots of money for a machine. In my opinion, it is currently the best out of the box machine to fly available. I mean, it's incredible, it really is. I mean, there are a lot of things that need to be worked on. So DJI, if you are listening, your image tracking is not great. Okay, especially on fast moving objects. It is a very quick machine. It does take a long time to get up to speed, and once it is up to speed, it does handle a little bit like a school bus. It's certainly not an FPV racer.
So for you're the best pilot going in my opinion, but for me, I'm a novice pilot. I wouldn't be able to pick this up straight away and fly it.
Yeah, you would though. Because the thing is, you know, DJI.
Chat though, no.
No, yeah, I mean, like that comes down to practice and comes down to sort of working with things. But in terms of like, you know, DJI have catered for everyone. When you're filming like a really slow moving, you know, like a walking pace or something very scenic, they've put the active tripod mode on now. So it dials everything down. Then you stick it in GPS, you got a bit more movement. You put it in sport, you got tons of movement. We even using this 12mm Olympus lens. I haven't quite got the blades in shot yet, which is a massive bonus. The dual operator works really good. The one thing that is a massive negative is you haven't used that slip ring and you don't get continuous 360 degrees in your gimbal. That is
quite annoying.
That is so annoying. And then when
you're trying to track like around the whole track here. You can.
Yeah,
it's hard.
I mean, because for a lot of operators, what they'll do is they'll fly with the tail of the aircraft facing them all the time, okay, and they'll just put the drone where they want it to and rely on the gimbal operator to move the camera. So all of a sudden, the gimbal operator, you know, maximum yaw movement reached, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, I can't, you know, I can't go any further. So you have to get forward facing. The camera rotates round, faces forwards, and then you have to start again. By which time the rider's gone. Or you can set the drone to unwind itself, which is a great experience if you don't know it's on.
What does that mean?
Because what happens is the gimbal reaches its maximum movement, okay? The drone senses it, and if you have this, the drone yaws itself.
Okay, so that's a bit different.
That's different, and it's frightening, especially if you don't know it's on, because you're flying forward, all of a sudden your machine just starts spinning around. So yeah, you can have a bit of a moment with that going. But you know, when you take into account, you know, the optical flow system, when you take into account, you know, everything that this machine does in terms of its firmware, there are things that need to be improved. Don't get me wrong, okay? Like I would love the image tracking to be on the gimbal only and to work really, really well. So I can fly the machine and I know the gimbal's locked onto something. Yeah. That for me would be the ultimate function. Whether they do that through some sort of GPS tracker, or whether they do it through the image tracking on the firmware, that is, you know, that's either way is fine. Funny enough, the FPV camera as well, I find I'm not using it that much. It's really, really weird because I thought it'd be such a great function for so long, but I'm not using it as much as I thought I would use it. And there's certain applications for it, just like, you know, tap fly and things like that. There's certain applications for it, but for what I do, I don't use it that much. But the functions are fantastic, without a doubt.
So let's just go into the best bits about the Inspire 2 and what you can use for it, and examples from what we've done so far today.
Highlight for me is it's out of the box, it's ready to go. Flight times are great, you know, even with this, even with the X5S, I'm getting 26-27 minutes in sport, wringing its neck. So I'm quite impressed with the flight times. The functionality where I can change everything. I can change yaw speed, I can change my sensitivity of the GPS braking, you know, I can customize it to exactly how I like to fly. That's a massive bonus as well. Negative is obviously we want to see DJI launch an Inspire 3 with 6 props. If you're listening and you want to launch an Inspire 3 with 6 props with the same functionality, the same portability and the same camera options as this machine, you've won. Everyone else gets out the white flag.
But for the uninitiated out there, why 6 props better?
6 props are better because you've got redundancy. Obviously, as operators now are, you know, there's more of them. Okay, and when you want to fly in a congested area, or whether you want to just keep your machine safe, you want redundancy. You want to make it, you know, you don't want it to go wrong. DJI say that the reason they don't go with their hex is because they don't have motor failures anymore. But you do have human failures in terms of hitting things and stuff like that. But I mean, and then obviously after that you go sort of ballistic parachutes and stuff, and it gets a little bit crazy. But I just think a hex on the Inspire 3, even if they're thinking about that, is a natural evolution of this product. But other than that, the dual batteries are great.
Are they smart batteries on this as well?
They're intelligent batteries, yeah. So you get it won't fly on one; it'll only fly on 2. The price is lovely as well, about £170 per battery. So you're talking sort of 370, 300 whatever pounds to fly to get an extra set of batteries, which stings a little bit. Extra controller as well. They made the classic mistake of launching the machine when things weren't ready for it as well. So you buy your Inspire 2, oh, I want a second operator. Yeah, your second transmitter's on about a 4 or 5 month wait. So that, you know, that's classic of drone companies to do that. Another snag, and I know this has been online as well, is our red props. Yeah, our red props are having a little bit of an issue whereby they're wearing inside the red props, and it's causing motor vibrations, and it's causing a bit of a grinding sound and not a nice feeling. And you can actually feel, you can feel it if you wobble that prop up and down.
Up and down. Yeah. You
feel that, and now feel the white one.
Yeah, there's play in this one in there.
Play in that one and feel the other red one at the back. Yeah? So there's play.
You feel that when you're flying then?
No, you don't really feel it when you're flying. And do you know what? They're locked on. They're never going to come off. But eventually they're going to get to a point whereby, you know, they could fail, or you've got to get vibrations in, and that's not what you want. So yeah, that's a negative, definitely. But apart from that, I mean, you know, when you talk about the SSD, the SSID and the SD cards and all the options, I mean, this is you know, this is the ultimate machine at the moment. I'm looking forward to the product coming out from Unique, the H520.
It'd be good to compare.
Yeah.
See how that goes up against this.
Well, they've got two cameras coming, an E50 and an E90, and the E90 is the same camera as the X4S. So, you know, once you've got that camera quality, you know, you're just looking at flyability of the aircraft, and of course, we know the 520 is a hex, so
You got that redundancy.
yeah.
But as of right now, this is, despite some of the drawbacks that you talked about, this is still
Like I say, the
a drone
drawbacks
to be desired and
yeah,
a
definitely.
good tool for the job, for what, especially what we're doing here today.
Oh, for what you're doing here today, you couldn't really have anything, or you could have anything, other stuff, but just the tracking shot's not going to be as long. You'll get them in frame. They'll be in frame for a certain amount of time. The drone will obviously be at max speed and you'll pass underneath them and you'll get that shot. But with this, there's the tracking shots are just much longer because you can keep up with the riders for a much greater distance. So I absolutely love it. I think it's the ultimate filming tool at the moment. You know, and at £3,000 roundabout for the airframe, you know, you know. When people are comparing the X5S to, you know, why do you need an Alexa Mini? Why do you know when you can get this quality from this camera? So I think from the price point, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh, and the collision avoidance is really good.
He hasn't hit anything yet.
Haven't hit anything yet. Right, so what we have done today, I know at the start of the video we were going to swap the cameras and swap lenses and have a bit of a play and trying to do a bit of a review with the different lenses and the ease and the difficulties of changing the lenses and the difference between the X4S and the X5S. What we've decided to do today, because it's really dusty out here and changing lenses is going to be a bit of a problem, and cameras. Yeah, and we're having fun with this lens as well. With the 12mm we get really wide angle, so you get some really fantastic shots.
So we're just literally today we're just seeing what the capabilities of this machine are. I'm gonna have some fun out there. Me and my bike, you on the sticks.
Exactly. X5S 12mm Olympus lens. You do have to calibrate when you're using the X5S. You do have to calibrate the lenses before you use them. It's very easy to do, but
just to get in focus.
Exactly. Yeah, but then you do need to have camera knowledge to get the focus right, even after you've calibrated it. Luckily, I have Factory Phil, who's my camera guru, and he helps me out, and the camera's nice and set up, and yeah.
Just helps us get those sweet shots.
The sweet shots. The X4S is different though. The X4S is just bomb on, auto, go, if you're like me.
We're at
X5S.
X5S today.
X5S.
So without further ado, let's get back on track. Let's take it up. Let's get riding. So here at Manchild we love a freebie. If you want to support us in our pursuit of freebies, what's the address, Dan? They can send it to you.
That's a great.
You want me to put?
We don't put the address.
You want me to put my address online? Everyone, come up! I'm having a party tonight. Come over, seriously.
By the way, we're at the Trek.
Yeah, just message us on YouTube, Facebook if you want to get involved in some Manchild videos. If you want us to review anything, we'll give it a go.
Extra small XL. My double XL, my. Okay, no, seriously. I think I need to be riding the bike today. I've got to get rid of some calories. My thumbs are fit though.
Oh, your wife. Lucky lady.